Today we celebrate Veterans Day, and we recognize its place in our country's history. World War I, known at the time as the Great War, officially ended when the Treaty of Versailles was signed on June 28, 1919, in the Palace of Versailles. However, fighting ceased 7 months earlier when an armistice between the Allied nations and Germany went into effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. For that reason, November 11, 1918, is generally regarded as the end of the war to end all wars. In November 1919, President Wilson proclaimed November 11th as the first commemoration of Armistice Day. An act approved May 13, 1938, made the 11th of November in each year a legal holiday, a day to be dedicated to the cause of world peace and to be thereafter celebrated and known as Armistice Day. Armistice Day was primarily a day set aside to honor veterans of World War I, but in 1954, after World War II had required the greatest mobilization of soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen in the nation's history, after American forces had fought aggression in Korea, the 83rd Congress amended the Act of 1938 by striking out the word armistice and inserting in its place the word veterans. With the approval of this legislation on June 1, 1954, November 11th became a day to honor American veterans. At one point, in 1971, the date of observation was changed and the celebration was moved to October 25th, but it caused much confusion. It was quite apparent that the commemoration of this day was a matter of historic and patriotic significance to a great number of our citizens. And so, on September 20th, 1975, President Gerald R. Ford signed Public Law 9497, which returned the annual observance of Veterans Day to its original date of November 11th, beginning in 1978. Veterans Day continues to be observed on November 11th, regardless of what day of the week it falls on. The restoration of the observance of Veterans Day to November 11th not only preserves the historical significance of the date, but helps focus attention on the important purpose of Veterans Day, a celebration to honor Americans' veterans for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good.
My country, 'tis the bee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's pride, on every mountainside, let freedom ring.
It's important to celebrate Veterans Day because you get the time to think about all the great soldiers that fought for America and truly made this the United States of America. They're the ones that really fought for this country and really wanted this country to be the best it could be. And we just need to take the time in celebrating them and making sure that their name does not go in vain.
It's important to celebrate Veterans Day because we honor the brave men and women who serve our country and protect us, and the fallen soldiers who gave their lives to keep us free.
Veterans Day to honor the fallen soldiers that have died in World War I, World War II, and Vietnam. And today our country would not be free without them.
I think the importance of Veterans Day, we celebrate it once a year. I wish we would celebrate it every day. My father was a soldier in World War II, and I actually had an uncle who was captured by the Japanese and was held for 3 years as a prisoner of war. When they came home, they simply wanted to go back to their families and their lives, get a job, and they didn't ask us to do anything for them. I wish we had Veterans Day every day. I think it's that important for our men and women who are serving to protect our freedom.
think about you.
Of the veterans, thank you for leaving their families to fight war for the freedom of our country. I would like to give them a gift to show my appreciation. I would like to shake their hands and tell them, job well done.
Veterans, thank you for all you do, like fighting for our rights and protecting us in war. Especially thank you for giving up your lives for us.
I've thought a lot about what I would like to say to our veterans, and thank you is not enough. My grandfather, who fought in World War II, missed the first 2 years of my mother's life. Uncle Raymond was on the beaches at Normandy, could never talk about it. Those sacrifices that you have made, there's no way to repay you. I guess all anybody can do is to live a long and happy life and be grateful every day that they live in the country they live in. So, thank you.
Somewhere, someone has stood for me.
Defended me, protected me.
Died for me, honored me.
Perhaps I didn't even know that somewhere, someone
Traveled far! Left their home.
Sacrificed.
suffered much.
Walked through the jungle.
Crawled in a cave.
Sailed on a ship.
Flew with courage.
And faced an enemy.
Provide an example
Of bravery.
Of courage.
Of strength.
of consistency, of compassion.
Through many years. So many ones.
Have chosen to serve.
So I can stand proudly.
So I can speak freely.
And live safely.
So I could worship openly.
It seems the least that I could do
would be to offer gratitude
To all of those who stood for me.
And so today we stand here for you.
In all of our humble thanks.